Hey, it's Rejected Shotgun. So a big community topic recently has been the idea of an event that contains all other events, or potentially some kind of super loot box containing all other event cosmetics. Well, Jeff Kaplan has talked about this a little bit in his recent stretch goals post on the Overwatch forums, and we might just be getting a super loot box sometime in the future. Let's talk about this. So back in my Oni Zarya video, during the community topic that I featured that episode, I actually talked about this very subject, the idea of an event that contains all other events, or essentially a super loot box containing all other loot box items. This has been a really requested thing for a long time because, as you know, if you didn't participate in an event, you're not going to be eligible for getting any of those cosmetics. It's a time-based thing that Blizzard does to make sure that you play Overwatch when they want you to play Overwatch, and it's very smart. And it's effective too. But this also has the downside that new players into the game will never be able to get the cosmetics from events in previous times. Well, a user on the Overwatch forums said this: "There are a lot of people who want to play old events, such as Lucio Ball or Junkenstein's Revenge. I was thinking Blizzard could add a preset to custom games that allowed a user to play an event like this, or even change their personal preference, i.e. making Junkenstein do more damage. I really hope a dev could see this so Blizzard can consider this. Thank you for stopping by." Well, he's lucky because Jeff Kaplan himself stopped by, and he said the following: "For Uprising, we had two stretch goals. One was to allow all heroes to play the event. It might not seem hard, but there were a lot of edge case / bug fixes for us to handle. The other goal was to put Uprising into custom games during the event. There were enough challenges technically with doing this that we ended up not achieving this goal. We might someday make seasonal events available when the events are not running, but for now, it's not a priority due to the technical challenge. We also do like keeping the events rare and special," and he says, "I know people hate when I say that." So this basically boils down to where this conflict arises, which is exactly why Jeff Kaplan said that he knows people hates when he says that he wants to keep things rare and special. This is the conflict. People want to be able to have the old skins that they didn't get because they didn't play Overwatch back during the event. I know a lot of people during the free weekend who really wanted to get the Halloween skins, but unfortunately the free weekend happened right after the Halloween event. So a lot of the people who started playing during that never actually got a chance to get these cool skins from the summer games or the Halloween event. Now the problem arises here because those people really want to get those skins because they look really unique, and I mean, who wouldn't want to get all those cool skins from summer games and the Halloween events? But Blizzard made it specifically so these events are time-based, where if you didn't play during the time of that event, you're not going to be eligible to purchase these skins. And for a lot of people that sucks because they didn't play, but for a lot of other people, they got the skins they wanted because they participated in Blizzard's time-limited event and they were easily able to achieve these skins. In case you were curious, the reason Blizzard does things this way is because if you hop onto Overwatch and try to grind out the event, you are staying on there and potentially trying to buy some of their loot boxes, which means Blizzard's making money. And at the core of Blizzard's beliefs is to make money, of course, because Blizzard's a business, and of course they love making really fun games, and they try to make it as fun as they can for the players, but they still need to sell loot boxes and make good money. So in order to do this, you are essentially limited to a certain time frame where you're able to achieve these loot boxes. It keeps you coming back. Every time there's a new Overwatch event, I'm sure the player count on Blizzard's end spikes really high and then trickles slowly down until the next event where it spikes really high again, and then it goes and trickles down. So essentially, this is the reason why that Blizzard doesn't allow for these event items and loot boxes to be achieved after the event time. So essentially, Jeff Kaplan wants to be able to have all the players to play the events in the past as much as they like. However, there are a lot of technical challenges behind doing that, and at the same time, they want to make sure that every event item that you get still feels rare and special, because you know other people may not have gotten that, and it was through a very small window of time that you were able to even get it. So it would take away a bit of the rare and specialness if there was some kind of loot box or event where you could easily get all the other skins you want. But to that, I say I have an even better idea, which is the super loot box. It's even more random chance than a regular loot box. The super loot box is essentially a loot box that has all other event cosmetics within it. Every single event, which means the longer that time goes on and the more events that come out, the lower your chances are for getting the specific skin that you want. But everything is in here. I'm talking all sprays from all events, all voice lines from all events, all skins ever, everything ever is in this loot box. If you do this, it still makes the individual skins feel very rare and special because it's so hard to get some specific skins out of a loot box with so many items in it. So in my personal opinion, I think it's a really good idea to have a loot box one day that will contain all other previous event skins. So people who do not participate in the current Uprising event that is happening as of recording this will not be able to get the super cool Overwatch themed skins, but maybe one day in a super loot box they might get really lucky and get these exact skins that they wanted. And that's the fun of the super loot box. You still have an even lower chance to get these skins than you would because there's so many to pick from, but at the same time you at least have that chance. Even if it is incredibly low, people who really want to get those skins might not be so opposed to using these super loot boxes and even buying them if they want to. Hint hint, Blizzard, if you're looking to make money. So let me know what you guys think. The super loot box I think is a really good idea, but of course I'm the one who came up with the idea. Of course I'm gonna love my own ideas. Let me know what you think. I want to know if you guys would be interested in seeing a super loot box in the future, seeing something that could get you all previous event cosmetics. If there's a skin that you missed out on in the past and you really wish you had got during an event, maybe one day you could potentially get it in a super loot box. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.